On December 16th, 2025, a blackout is just a minor annoyance for most of us. No Wi-Fi, no TV, just a brief pause in our illuminated lives. But for our ancestors, darkness was a matter of survival, not inconvenience. When the lights went out, the world became unpredictable and dangerous. Blackouts in the past meant more than waiting for the power to return. They demanded immediate adaptation. The night reclaimed everything, making even simple tasks risky. Injuries were common, and fear of the unknown grew as familiar spaces vanished into shadow. For those living through wartime sieges or disasters, darkness was a constant threat, not a temporary setback. Their lives revolved around the sun's schedule, and nightfall brought heightened vigilance. They relied on skills we've forgotten, navigating, securing, and surviving in deep shadow. Light was precious, managed with care, and could mean the difference between safety and disaster. Today we take light for granted, flicking a switch to banish the dark. But in the past, darkness was a force to be respected, not conquered. People learned to coexist with it, using minimal light to survive, not to defeat the night. This was a hard-earned wisdom, born of necessity. Perhaps it's time we remember what it means to truly live with darkness. In survival situations, light was a discipline, not a luxury. Every flicker was a risk. Light could comfort, but it could also expose you to danger. People followed strict, unwritten rules. Use as little light as possible. Always conceal it, and never waste fuel. During wartime, a single exposed candle could endanger an entire neighborhood. Light was rationed like food, used only when absolutely necessary. Families gathered in one secure room, memorizing their homes to move safely in the dark. The process of lighting a candle was deliberate, never casual. Brightness was avoided. It ruined night vision and wasted precious resources. Survival meant balancing the need to see with the need to stay hidden. Light was a strategic asset, managed with care and constant vigilance. Lighting a room with one candle seems impossible today, but it was once a vital skill. The secret was reflection. A shiny plate, a mirror, or even a white wall could double or triple a candle's effect. Placing a candle near a wall with a reflector turned a harsh point of light into a soft, usable glow. This method made a single flame safer and more efficient, reducing fire risk and conserving fuel. The gentle light preserved night vision, so sudden darkness wasn't blinding. People could navigate by memory and shape, not detail. A single, well-placed candle provided just enough light to live by. It was a system of efficiency and readiness. Every bit of light was stretched to its fullest potential. In the past, a soft, steady light was prized over brightness. Gentle illumination preserved night vision, a crucial survival tool. Bright lights ruined adaptation, leaving people vulnerable in sudden darkness. Survivors instinctively kept flames low, just enough to work by. This saved fuel. One candle could last twice as long when managed carefully. Every drop of oil and inch of wax was precious in a blackout. A calm, steady glow also soothed nerves, reducing anxiety and fear. Flickering bright flames created unsettling shadows and wasted resources. A gentle light anchored people in chaos, providing psychological comfort. It was about endurance, not just visibility. The wisdom of the gentle glow was to sustain both body and spirit. In darkness, resilience began with a single, steady flame. Where you placed your light mattered as much as how much you used. Lights were set low to the ground, illuminating hazards and paths, not ceilings. This prevented trips and falls, injuries that could be life-threatening without help. Low lights cast long shadows, making obstacles easier to spot. They were also less visible from outside, protecting occupants from prying eyes. Only key areas were lit: paths, water, food prep, never the whole house. A single candle might be moved as needed, or tiny slush lamps left in place. Every flicker served a purpose, maximizing safety and minimizing risk. Light was rationed, not wasted. Purposeful placement turned minimal resources into maximum security. In times of danger, hiding your light was as important as having it. Windows were covered with blankets, paper, or paint, anything to block every crack. Even a pinprick of light could give away your position. Double-layered light locks at doors kept interior light from leaking outside. Lamps were shielded, sometimes boxed, to direct light only where needed. This focused beam reduced ambient glow and risk of detection. Concealment was meticulous, every gap sealed, every routine practiced. The goal: a home invisible in the night, safe from threats. Light was a secret, not a signal. Survival depended on making your presence vanish into the darkness. When fuel ran out, people turned to the faint light of the natural world. Moonlight became a vital resource, carefully let in through a small hidden window. White sheets or walls amplified even the weakest glow, making rooms usable. On moonless nights, starlight and memory guided movement. Light-coloured rooms reflected every stray photon, making the most of what little was available. People learned which spaces were brighter and adapted their routines. Eyes became sensitive, attuned to the subtlest changes in light. Survival meant using all senses, sight, touch, hearing, to navigate. When the last flame died, ingenuity and adaptation took over. The darkness became a new teacher, revealing skills we've lost. The past teaches us that survival lighting is about knowledge, not gadgets. Our ancestors thrived with simple tools, fire, wax, oil, because they understood light. They worked with darkness, not against it, using less and adapting more. Modern technology is fragile. A blackout can render it useless. Knowing how to stretch a candle, reflect light, and move safely in the dark is timeless. These are lessons in resilience, not just illumination. They remind us that adaptability and resourcefulness matter most. Practicing these skills honours our ancestors and prepares us for uncertainty. Try lighting a room with a single candle or navigating your home in darkness. Learn to amplify light with a mirror and value the gentle glow. These old ways are survival insurance, wisdom we shouldn't forget. In the end, it's not the brightest light, but the cleverest use of it that keeps us safe. The shadows hold lessons worth remembering.